Hi, I'm Elsie from Georgia. Please like and subscribe. The one thing I always knew about myself was that I was beautiful. Even when I was a baby, my parents thought I was the best-looking newborn they'd ever seen, and so did all their friends.
Oh my gosh, your baby is gorgeous.
I know, right? She doesn't model yet, but I think I'll start her soon.
I grew up loved and cherished by my parents, and they were obsessed with me. Well, obsessed with how I looked? When I started liking math, no one really noticed.
I have the most beautiful daughter in the world. I think that makes me the best dad.
48, 49, 50. I counted to 50.
Okay, but can you show me your runway walk again?
Oh yes, that's way more important.
My parents signed me to a modeling contract as soon as they could. I hated modeling, but it made them so happy I couldn't say no. Their focus on me became much more obvious when my sister Ari was born. They already had their perfect daughter, and no one noticed her at all.
You say you have a baby.
Yeah, that's Ari, but look at little Elsie. I'm thinking of starting her own brand.
Because of this double standard, Ari couldn't stand me, no matter how much I loved her and wanted to be her friend. Ari, come play soccer with me.
Aren't you afraid to fall and cut your perfect skin? You'll ruin your shoot.
So what? Do you want to play?
Nothing with you.
Eventually, I just stopped. It hurt that she ignored me, so I started ignoring her back. By the time she was old enough to go to my school, I was popular and had lots of friends. She hated that. She used every opportunity in her power to isolate me. I would sit with my friends at lunch, and all of a sudden, Ari would come up to us.
Elsie, you spent hours on your homework last night. How did you even have time to put on your makeup?
Your homework may be easy in 6th grade, Ari, but 8th grade homework, you have to work a little harder to keep your grades up.
All of your friends know you're a gigantic nerd, right?
The thing was, no one did know. School was the same as home, and everyone saw me as just a pretty face, but I was determined for people to start seeing me as the smart one. The real turning point was when I started high school and they had placement exams for advanced classes. I worked so hard and finally got the score I needed. I was so excited. But then the teacher asked to speak with me after class.
While you did get the scores needed for the advanced class, I'm not sure you're suited for it. You're a beautiful and popular girl, and I hear you're modeling on the side. You may be too distracted.
I promise I'll take it very seriously.
I'm just not sure, Elsie. I'll have to let you know on Monday.
I was so mad. How could she just assume for me? All I wanted was to focus on school and never model again. I knew my parents wouldn't let me back out so easily, so I walked to the nearest barbershop and sat in the chair. There was a huge picture of a good-looking male model on top, but it only drove me crazier. I was so done with that awful world. Chop it off. I want it all gone.
I can't let myself do that. You have such beautiful hair.
Cut it off, or I'll do it myself. Finally, she gave in. When I was done, I thought I looked great. I bought new clothes and got thick square glasses instead of my contacts. For the first time, I looked like what I was supposed to look like and not some Barbie doll. When I got home, my mom screamed.
What did you do?
Do you like it? I think I look great.
How are you going to model looking like that?
I'm not. I quit. I'm finally focusing on what I love, and you can't stop me. I didn't know what I was expecting, but school the next day was a nightmare. Ari laughed so hard when she saw me, but she didn't want to get out of the car at the same time I did.
I can't be seen with you. That would be so embarrassing.
Your sisters are right. You look terrible.
Well, I like it. I slammed the car door shut and prepared for my new life to begin. My friends were shocked, but that didn't bother me. I went to my teachers right after lunch and asked for a meeting.
Elsie, you look different.
I just wanted to tell you again that I'm very committed to my studies. Modeling is not going to be a problem anymore. I deserve a chance in the advanced class. I think I earned it. The teacher agreed to give me a spot. I was ecstatic until I ran into Ari in the hallway.
Nerd alert! Shouldn't your head be in a book or something?
Leave me alone, Ari. Now that I'll be getting less attention, you can get more.
Please, you had the life I always wanted, and now you're just throwing it away. You better watch out because your perfect life may not be waiting for you when you're done with this phase.
Wow, Ari was worse than I thought, but I didn't care. I needed to focus on math and physics. While I kept my promise and spent less time with my friends and more time studying, Ari kept hers. One day she came downstairs looking completely different.
Oh, Ari, you look great. Maybe you can teach Elsie a thing or two. Such a shame what she did to herself.
Are you wearing my makeup?
Not that you wear it anymore. Do you like my dress? One of your friends gave it to me.
I don't care. Have fun with my leftovers.
Of course you care. Just because you want to drown yourself in science doesn't mean you won't need friends, but you won't have any when I'm done.
She was right. All of my friends started hanging out with her. I tried to pretend it didn't bother me, but it did a little. I didn't have anyone to hang out with after school, so I decided to go to the mall by myself. Just as I entered, a guy walked right into me.
Hey, are you okay?
Ow! How did you not see me? When I got a look at him, I gasped. He was the guy on the poster in the barber shop, a really famous model in our town.
No, sorry. I just had this meeting and I'm a little distracted. I'm Nate, by the way, and I have to say your style is great.
Oh, thanks. I'm Elsie.
Are you like really smart?
I'm into physics, and you probably think that's lame, being a model and all.
Of course not. I wish I was that smart.
We sat down and had the best conversation of my life. We exchanged numbers and started texting every day.
I saw this apple and thought of you. Gravity rules.
I don't know what's more fun, finishing this book or going out to ice cream with you.
Picking you up now.
He drove me to the best ice cream shop in town and we sat there together.
Tell me again why you quit modeling.
Modeling is my parents' passion, not mine. I want to be a scientist, so I decided not to look like a model anymore.
You know you can quit modeling to focus on something else and still look the way you did. I looked you up, and you used to be really different.
You don't understand. It was way too hard.
Sorry, I'll back off. I don't care how you look. I think you're beautiful, no matter what.
He was the best. If it wasn't for him, I would be so bored in school. I spent so much time studying on my own that I realized I was way ahead of my high school. I looked online and found an elite program that accepted high school students in university. I applied, and Nate and I waited really anxiously to hear. He promised me we'd stay together even if I moved. One night at dinner, Ari had an announcement to make.
I'm going to be a model. I'm already the most popular girl in school, and now I want to be the most famous model in the world.
Suddenly, my parents looked really uncomfortable.
Ari, you look so pretty now, but you don't have the charm Elsie does. You understand, right?
Ari and I were stunned. I couldn't believe they thought that. I'm sure that's not true. Ari could be a great model.
Don't encourage her, Elsie. It's just not meant to be.
Ari was fuming. I felt so bad for her until I got a notification on my phone. I checked and then gasped. I got accepted into college. I'm going to study physics.
That means you're going to be one of the youngest students, right? Will that make you famous?
Ari screamed, kicking her chair aside and running to her room. She was throwing a fit.
What are we going to do with that girl?
I didn't know what to do, so I tried to go to her room to comfort her.
What a mistake! You always have to outshine me, don't you?
Ari, you know I've been working really hard.
You think I care about that? Why does everything go so perfectly for you? Apparently, I'm not good enough to be a model, and even when you're not one, you can date one.
How did you know about Nate?
Are you stupid? Just because you don't have social media anymore doesn't mean Nate doesn't. He posted about you. Finally, I'm popular, but you always have to go bigger.
You know what your problem is? You're the one who always needs to one-up me. Whenever I'm actually happy, you can't stand it. Guess what? My achievements and my relationship with Nate are something you can never have. Then she stormed off, leaving me angrier than ever. It didn't take long for me to cheer up, though. A reporter got in touch with me and told me I was going to be the youngest college student in the country next year. She wanted to interview me on the news. My parents were thrilled that I was getting what they called my next big break. The reporter sent her questions in advance, and my mom stayed up all night to practice with me. I could never remember what to say, so she wrote all the answers for me.
Don't you worry. I will give this to the technician, and he will show it on the screen so you can read it as you go along. You'll be fine.
I was still nervous, but that made me feel a lot better.
I had my mom in charge of handling the answer sheet, so I just got ready to start. Hi, I'm Elsie. Thanks for having me here. I discovered math when I was little. And the screen was blank? OMG, I was so nervous, I forgot everything I had to say, and now my answer sheet was blank. How was I going to get through this?
You were saying?
Yeah, I was a kid and I really liked to count, but I was a model first, so that was distracting. I got through the interview, but I was stuttering the whole time and making things up as they went. A genius child, more like a blubbering idiot. Mom, what happened to my answer sheet?
I'm not sure. I gave it to Ari to give to the technician. Ari, what happened?
I don't know. He must have misplaced it.
You mean you misplaced it? I can't believe you would ruin this for me.
You deserve it for being so awful all the time.
What have I ever done to you?
You take everything from me.
Ari, I am so disappointed. You are grounded.
Ari barely cared, but I was so angry I couldn't take it. I went right to her room to yell at her. It's not my fault you're not a model. Ari, if you want to be one, you should apply despite what mom and dad say and don't do it for them. I decided I wanted to study physics for me. That's why I'm happy and you're not.
Don't tell me and change your look just to get everyone off your back. Do you even like what you are now?
I don't care how I look. Don't you get it?
You don't even care? Wow. Well, I have to push myself every day and still no one sees it. I can't be smart or pretty. You have everything. I have nothing.
For God's sake, you're beautiful, and you have more than just two options. You can be whoever you want.
I have no idea what I want. I'm just trying to be noticed. Why do you make that so hard?
I had no idea what to say to that. I was just trying to make myself shine, but this whole time she was trying to do the same. So stop trying and start thinking about what you want to be. I'm going to college next year and you won't have to worry about my influence anymore. You'll just have to be yourself.
You're right. You're leaving. I haven't thought of that.
For the first time in years, she didn't look like such a mean girl anymore, just my little sister. I turned to leave, but then she said,
I'm sorry about tonight. I was just jealous, but I'm happy for you, really.
That was the nicest thing she ever said to me. I'm going to watch some Avatar stories. You can join me if you want.
I don't know if we're there yet.
Then maybe tomorrow, and the next day we did. I got ready to leave for school, and she took up acting. Then she found a boyfriend of her own who liked her for who she was.
Hi guys, my name is Maya, and I'm from Jordan. I have two sisters who are a couple of years older than me. They both have blonde hair, blue eyes, and fair skin, while my eyes are black like my curly hair. My sisters thought they were prettier than me, and they made sure I never forgot that. Once when I was in kindergarten, I came home to show everyone the family tree I'd made. My oldest sister, Layla, the meanest girl on earth, snatched the card from me and said, "Aw, you drew this? I can't deny it's beautiful, but I think you missed something." And with that, she colored my face with a black crayon. See, now it looks better. She threw the card at me and left laughing with my other sister, Selma. I cried, but Mom hugged me tight.
Oh, Maya, ignore your sisters. They're jealous of your beauty.
Mom always cheered me up, but I realized she was lying. When I was 8 and some guests came to visit, one of the women said to my mom,
Your daughters are pretty, but this youngest one is quite unlucky. I doubt she'll ever get married. Oh well, she can take care of you and your husband and your old age.
I think Maya is special in her own way.
And then Selma spoke up.
Mom, she is ugly. Just face it. Stop being stupid and shut up already.
Don't talk to Mom like that, you witch! I pounced on her and bit her arm so hard it swelled up. She had to put on a bandage for a week. As if my sisters weren't awful enough, Dad was a jerk too. He didn't love Mom at all. He was only with her because she was rich. He thought I was ugly too and always blamed Mom for giving me her genes. Since I was Mom's favorite, she did her best to make up for the rest of my terrible family. When I was only in the 7th grade, I had a big closet full of the fanciest clothes and makeup brands. I liked that, but what I really wanted the most was to join an international school in the capital city. Mom said we'd move, but my sisters threw a huge tantrum when they found out.
Why would we leave our amazing lives and friends and go live somewhere else? It's not our fault that Mia is ugly and no one likes her here.
Mom, Maya is worthless. She would be more useful if we used her as our broom. Her ugly curly hair is perfect for that.
The two witches started laughing like maniacs. Just then, Dad walked in and shouted,
Listen, woman! If you decide to move out, you can consider yourself divorced.
Mom, that's amazing! Mom smiled at me and decided to leave, and Dad did divorce Mom. My sisters had no choice but to come with us, and now they hated me even more. My birthday usually fell on the first day of school, and Mom would always throw a huge party. But this time I told her that I didn't want to celebrate my birthday anymore. Why would someone celebrate losing a year of their life to celebrate getting older? That's just weird.
Baby, why are you saying this? I see celebrating a birthday as being grateful for living another year. Listen, why don't we just celebrate it at school? I'll give all the kids fancy presents and they'll like you from the first day.
No, Mom. I don't want to buy anyone's love. I just want people to love me for who I am. Well, the new school wasn't a lot better than home. On my first day, I met a girl named Noor. She was a redhead and her beauty was unique. When I entered the classroom, she stared at me from head to toe, then said,
Oh, attention everyone, we have a new baby here, but we all know our classroom only has pretty girls with fair faces and light hair. What are we going to do with this ugly duckling?
The room fell silent and everyone was staring at me. Suddenly, I just snapped and started screaming. Shut up, you, and everyone here just shut up, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you, you shallow people. Everyone looked shocked and they started whispering. Just then my sister showed up from behind me.
Oh, excuse her, she's our sister, but she has some issues. We are so sorry for her bad manners.
With that, they pushed me aside and introduced themselves to Noor and started taking selfies with her. Ugh, these horrible creatures. It was obvious that this Noor ruled the school, and I knew after my outburst she wouldn't leave me alone. But to my surprise, she did leave me alone. I was the invisible girl. No one dared to talk to me or sit next to me because they knew Noor would be mad. Things went on like that for weeks until one day a couple of boys sat next to me at lunch.
Hey, listen, I'm speaking on behalf of all the boys in the school. We all think you're very pretty.
What are you making fun of me?
Why would we? Those big black eyes, this long curly hair, and that tanned, flawless skin. God, I really wish Noor wasn't around. You're so pretty, Maya.
Oh, so you're a man enough to confess your feelings, but only when Noor isn't around. You're like scared mice in front of her. Just go away and leave me alone.
Told you she's not only pretty, she's brave too, and always speaks her mind. Man, I think I'm falling in love.
Just then, Noor passed by and the boys ran off like little baby rabbits. Later that day, when I walked past the bathroom, I heard some girls scream, whispering and cursing. I opened the door and found Noor and Layla pushing another small girl who was screaming and frightened. I immediately pushed Noor aside. What are you doing? Stop this!
Oh, look who's here, and what are you going to do about it?
Touch her again, and I will hurt you.
Oh, really, Robin Hood? Watch this.
And then she pushed the small girl again. I was about to attack her when Layla jumped in, and the two pinned me against the wall.
Just leave before you regret coming to the school.
They let me go and I ran away, straight to the principal's office. If they thought I'd let them get away with being bullies, they were so wrong, and I was so happy when Noor and Layla got suspended for 2 weeks. Layla and I didn't talk at home, and I didn't tell Mom about anything. One day during lunch, the cute boy from the other day came to me and announced in front of everyone.
I think you're right. I can't be scared forever. I like you, Maya. Can we be friends?
Just then, Noor came running to us screaming.
No!
Suddenly, she attacked me and then she ripped my t-shirt so that everyone could see the burn scars on my stomach. I got these scars when I was 3 and I'd never told a soul about them.
Everyone just look at her. She's a freak. Why would you want to be with someone like her when you could have a perfect girl like me?
The boys were staring at my stomach, speechless, and so was everyone else. I was shocked, of course. Only my sisters could have told Noor about my scars. Angry tears started rolling down my cheeks.
Oh, look at this crybaby. Not only do you have an ugly face, It's just that everything is so ugly about you. Just stay home and say goodbye to high school.
And you say goodbye to your shiny, smooth red hair. And with that, I jumped on her and started tearing her hair out. She started screaming and crying until some of the students and teachers pulled me away. The principal demanded that I come to her office, but I pushed her away and ran out of the school. Mom was furious when she heard the whole thing. She said she wanted to come to the school. I said no and tried to convince her to stay home. But the next day, Mom turned up at school. The moment she saw Noor, she started walking towards her angrily to shout at her. But just then, Layla pushed Mom away and she fell on the ground.
Don't you dare touch my friend! Instead of coming to school to embarrass yourself, stay home and discipline your little Maya. She's a monster, not a sister!
I couldn't take it anymore. I jumped on Layla to attack her. Suddenly, Selma came running too and I knew I was about to get my butt kicked, but to my shock, she slapped Layla and pushed her away from me. Then she helped Mom get up and I couldn't believe my eyes. Did Selma just defend me and Mom?
That's enough, Layla. I would never choose a stranger over my family, especially a jerk like Noor. She promised to keep Maya's scars a secret and look what she did yesterday. And that's why I'm ending my stupid friendship with her and you, Layla.
Layla looked furious. She took Noor's hand and they both stormed off. Later that evening, I barged into Layla and Selma's room to get something off my chest. I just came here to say you two have mocked me and bullied me all my life, but to tell my biggest secret to someone like Noor and let her humiliate me in front of everyone, that's really low even for you, and I'm done with you guys for good.
But Maya, I'm on your side.
I'm not dumb, Selma. I only know you defended me and Mom because you probably got into some dumb fight with Layla and wanted to tease her. Just then, Selma started to cry and got down on her knees.
I swear I've changed. Maya, I've been a mean, jealous jerk. I've always envied you for your beauty and even more for your amazing personality. You're confident, brave, smart, funny, and kind. You're amazing, my little sister. You're amazing.
I couldn't believe what I was hearing. Selma was jealous of my beauty. I helped her get up and hugged her tight, and for the first time she said,
I love you, Maya. I truly do. I'm sorry. Sorry about all the pain I caused you. Please forgive me.
It's all right now. I forgive you, and I love you too.
Ew, I think I'm going to barf. I still think you're ugly, Maya, and I don't regret telling Noor anything. I'd choose my gorgeous BFF over you two losers any day. I can't even share a room with you anymore, Selma. You disgust me.
And with that, she picked up her things and moved to the attic. Some weeks later, Layla had to make a presentation on Earth Day in front of the whole school, including some important guests like the Minister of Education. When it was her turn, she went onto the stage confidently and turned on the slideshow. But to my horror, I saw pictures of me on the screen with terrible things written about how dark and ugly I was.
Layla, what is this nonsense?
She looked as shocked as I felt.
I swear, sir, I have no idea. This is not the slideshow I made.
Suddenly, I spotted Noor in a corner laughing her head off. Of course it was her. Sir, I'm her sister and I know she didn't do that. She wouldn't. It's that girl, Noor.
Shut up, Maya. Who asked you to defend me?
No, babe, she's right. I just hate her and you're just so dumb and made it so easy for me to ruin your sister. I'm the queen of this school and no one can replace me. And imagine if it was a dark, ugly girl like her.
That's enough. I will not tolerate this awful behavior anymore. Nor, Layla. You're both expelled.
Just then, the minister rose from his seat.
Not only expelled, I'll make sure that you only get enrolled in a strict Catholic school so you can learn some manners and discipline. You're such a disgrace to the school, bullying people for how they look. Everyone is beautiful in their own way.
The whole auditorium started to applaud as the two stormed off. By the time we got home, Mom told us that Layla had packed her bags and moved back with Dad. I think Layla and Nora got what they deserved. I won't let anyone manipulate me like they did anymore. I'm beautiful and strong just as I am.
Hi, I'm Audrey. I was born in a crazy family in New York. Please like and subscribe. My Mexican mom was so proud of her language that she never wanted to learn better English. Dad would say mean things with a smile to fool her all the time, and I hated it.
Wow, this stew tastes like mud. What did you do to it, you insane woman?
What you telling me? Do you like?
Estoy contenta.
As a kid, I never had the courage to tell Mom what a jerk he was, 'cause I knew she'd be sad. But every time he did that and smirked at me, I knew that Mom would soon catch on to his words, and it would end bad. And over time, Mom learned more English from her neighbor friend, and she realized that all these years Dad had just been giving her hatred. Their fights got bigger, and one day, when I was in the 7th grade, Mom finally decided she wanted a divorce. When I had to choose a parent, of course, I chose Mom. We took off to Mexico that same night. Mom, are we going to Grandma's?
Oh, Misha amor. Grandma moved away a long time ago, but we have a new loving family here.
A new family? The cab stopped at a huge mansion, and a strange man ran towards us and hugged Mom. He also said something to me, but I didn't get a word. Mom then took me to a room, and it was all ready for me. Mom, what's going on? Who's this man? As Mom started telling her secrets one by one, I kept sinking deeper into the bed.
That's Carlos, and he used to be my boyfriend long ago. If your grandma hadn't forced me to marry your dad, we would have been a big, happy family already. And you know what? He has a son your age, Matthew.
What was I just hearing? Mom, I left my school, my friends, my whole life in New York for you, and you created your own family here and didn't even tell me about it? How could you keep all this from me? She kept explaining, but I just asked her to leave the room and slammed my door hard. It was so much to take in, and I just wanted to cry. Suddenly, I heard a loud, non-stop knocking on my door. Who is that? Okay, wait, stop that, I'm coming. I opened the door to find a boy standing outside grinning at me. Who are you, man? Lost your way?
Shouldn't I be asking you that? But your mama. Well, now our mama said,
Matthew, go meet your sister.
So here I am, Hermana.
What? Whatever, don't call me that.
Mama didn't teach you Spanish? Also, I heard New Yorkers are very stylish. But look at you. You're worse than my ex-girlfriend. Hey, that's a joke, okay? Don't cry.
Can you do me a favor and please get the heck out of here? I made him leave, but he left loads of mud on the carpet. That night at dinner, Mom introduced me to everyone, and Carlos even made a toast to me. But after that, they all started talking in Spanish. Was I invisible? I stood up to leave. Then Mom held my hand.
Where are your manners? We're having family time.
Family? You all are clearly a family, Mama. Excluding me. I don't even understand your language.
Oh, Misha amor. Just use the language of love. It's easy, try it.
Mom, can't you see I feel so left out? But you're just joking about it. I shook her hand off and walked up to my room. The next day, I was joining school and thought at least that would give me some relief. Until Matthew came and sat right next to me. Holy moly!
Hey, better not tell anyone we're related. And can you please wax your mustache? People will think you're me.
It's not my problem, you've got a girly face. He hit my face with a book, and suddenly the teacher yelled, "What's going on there?"
Ma'am, can you believe it? She's asking me to be her boyfriend. But I told her, I already have eyes for you.
I was sure the teacher was going to kick him out now, but to my surprise, she giggled.
Oh, stop it, you.
What? Who was this boy? Soon I realized Matthew was the coolest kid in school. All the girls and even the teachers adored him for his crazy jokes. Not me! I hated him even more because he spoke in Spanish with Mom every time I was around. I felt like an alien in the house. That Christmas, Carlos was gonna host a grand party, but I wasn't interested. I think I have an important exam that day, and in the evening, I have dance practice.
Liar! We don't have any exams on Christmas. And dance practice. You can barely walk.
Ugh, I was gonna kill him. Seeing Mom and Carlos's faces, I could tell they wanted me to attend. So I reluctantly said yes. And the party wasn't that bad. I got to meet a handsome boy, Leo.
Hey, I know you must already have a boyfriend because you're so pretty. But I have to say, you have the most dreamy eyes. I've been watching you for hours.
OMG, that made me blush. Thanks. Actually, I don't have a boyfriend. Yet we exchanged numbers and started hanging out. He seemed really cool. But one day, when Leo and I were having lunch in the school cafeteria, Matthew appeared out of the blue and pulled me aside.
Have you gone mad? Why are you sitting with that jerk?
He's not a jerk. He's my friend. Maybe future boyfriend. And why do you care anyway?
Listen, he's not a good guy. He flirts with everyone, and God knows how many girlfriends he has.
Look, who's talking? The one who flirts with teachers. Just leave me alone, okay? I can handle my own life. I knew he just wanted to spoil my first real relationship, so I ignored him and left with Leo. After that, We started going out more often. One evening, Leo invited me to his house for a party, and I was having a great time. As we were dancing, Leo suddenly pulled me closer, and my heart skipped a beat.
Oh, Hermosa, thank God you flew all the way from New York just for me.
He held my face, and we kissed. Suddenly, someone kicked Leo hard, and he went flying into a wall. Matthew, what are you doing here?
Just protecting you from this virus.
He took my hand and started walking out, but I pushed him away. You crazy idiot! You're the virus that's destroying my life. Why can't you just let me breathe?
Breathe all you want, but see this first.
He took out his phone and showed me Leo's Instagram page. It had a video of me and him kissing under the caption, 100th kiss from a New York chick. The page had videos of him kissing 99 other girls too. It looked like one of Leo's friends here had been making our video and was broadcasting it live for him. I jumped on Leo and scratched his face.
Ah, the New York chick has gone crazy like her mad brother. Someone save me!
Shut your dirty mouth! I trusted you, you mud mind. And I started pulling his hair like crazy. Matthew gave him a nice punch and then took me home. I felt really embarrassed for not listening to Matthew before. He'd only been looking out for me. So the next day at school, I sat next to him.
Not so worried about this life-destroying virus now, yeah?
I realized it's better to have him as a friend than an enemy. I thanked him for the night before, and he just laughed and hit my face with a book again. As days passed, we became good friends. I also decided to talk to Carlos and Mom and apologize for being so neglectful. But they surprised me instead.
Princesa, we have some exciting news for you.
Sí, mija. Your 15th birthday is coming. And here in Mexico, we call it quinceañera.
But why do you want to do this for me? You know, after I've been, well, not so nice.
'Cause we're family, estúpida.
And you're no less than Matthew to me. I want to do this for my daughter.
I felt so stupid for not seeing this before. These people really cared about me, just like the family I'd always wanted. On the day of the party, I could already hear music and people laughing and talking. As I got ready, I walked out all dressed in their traditional way, and everyone clapped for me. Just then, Matthew barged into the room looking mad.
Stop the party, Papa. This girl doesn't deserve any of this love and attention.
What?
Matthew, calm down. Audrey is your...
Nothing. She's my nothing, Papa.
What's gotten into you, man? I was horrified when I saw what he had in his hand. It was my diary. Oh my God, no!
After all this effort we've been making for you, this is what you really think of us? You suck.
Matthew, enough. What are you talking about?
Oh, let me read it out loud, Papa. This place is hell on earth. I hate their food, their language, this house. Carlos is so loud and annoying. Why is he so desperate to be my dad? Probably because his own son is a loser with half a brain. They're both stupid and I deserve better.
There was a pin-drop silence as everyone stared at me. You should have never taken my diary, you jerk. And yes, I wrote this, but that's when I first came here. I was having a really hard time adjusting. I was just mad, and I didn't really mean it. This is not how I feel now, Carlos. Mom, I promise, I really like being part of this family.
You're not part of this family, Audrey, and you never will be.
And before I could stop myself, I said the stupidest thing ever. Oh, shut up, Matthew. You're not part of this family either, 'cause you're adopted. It was something Mom had told me once, and Matthew didn't know about it. Now he did, because I just blurted it out. Carlos turned white, and Mom looked raging mad.
What a lame thing to say, Audrey. As if. Tell her, Papa. Papa, why do you look like that?
Oh, Matthew, I meant to tell you. On your 16th birthday. I promised I was going to, son.
Matthew looked stunned. Carlos walked over to him, but suddenly he just pushed him aside and ran out. Carlos went after him while Mom turned to me.
I raised you better than this, Audrey. But it seems you're more like your dad, hurting good people for no reason. Hurting your family. I'm so disappointed in you. Party's over, everyone.
As the guests started leaving, I ran to my room in tears. I felt terrible. Even if Matthew had read my diary, I'd done something 10 times worse. And the next day, I was back to being the alien of the house. Nobody was talking to me, and I deserved it. Matthew wouldn't even look at me in school. Anytime I went near him, he walked the other way. I tried for days to make it up to him. One evening, I sneaked into his room, finished his history paper, and left it on his desk. When he came home, He took one look at it, tore it up, and threw it in the trash. Then I had an idea for a gift that I was sure would make him forgive me. I used all my savings to get him a signed basketball from his favorite player. But when I looked into his room later, I was horrified to find him slashing it with a paper cutter. Oh my God, what are you doing? This was signed by...
I don't care. I just want you to stop doing things for me and stay out of my face.
How do I make you believe that I'm really sorry, Matthew? I'll say it in Spanish. Lo siento mucho.
There's nothing you can ever say or do that will make things okay. Now please, get lost.
It just looked like things were ruined between us for good. But one evening, I was walking a few blocks away from our house when I saw two boys wearing masks drag Matthew into an alley and start beating him up. I charged at them while screaming, and with the baseball bat I had, I hit one of the boys straight in the knee while the other one ran away. Leo, don't you dare touch my brother again, estúpida. I left him there crying on the ground and helped Matthew up. He leaned on me as we walked back home, and as soon as we entered, Mom and Carlos cried out.
Oh my God, what happened?
Papa, I'm fine, really. Thanks to Audrey. But why were you going around with a baseball bat anyway?
I've been following you everywhere for days, Matthew. Leo came up to me a week ago and said he would do something to make you pay for exposing him at his party. I knew you wouldn't really listen to me, so I had to do something. I couldn't let you get hurt. I've done a pretty good job of that myself. Suddenly, Carlos stepped forward and hugged me.
Mija amor, you saved my son today, and I want to forget everything else. I know you didn't mean those things.
And I'm okay about knowing about the adoption, Audrey. It came as a shock, but Dad and I have talked a lot about it since, and I'm fine. It doesn't really change anything. You don't always have to be related to be family.
I understand that now, and I'm so happy Mom brought me to you guys. I'm sorry about everything. And Carlos, you're the dad every girl wants to have. I love you! Carlos had tears and hugged me. Mom did too.
Don't forget me.
I was in the shower when I smelled something burning. Holy smokes, was Mom cooking again? I grabbed the towel and rushed to the kitchen. There was a pan with milk overflowing on the stove, but Mom was nowhere to be seen. Mom! Mom!
D. Mom got a call and she left.
This was so typical of my mom. She was the most irresponsible woman on the planet. With her absent-mindedness, it's a wonder me and my little brother Noah were still alive. If you think I'm exaggerating, hear this. Once when I was 9 and Noah 1, she drove us to the supermarket and made us wait in the car while she grabbed some groceries. Minutes turned into hours, but she just didn't return. Noah started crying his lungs out, and I was in tears too. Thankfully, a kind gentleman lent me his phone to call her. Mom, how are you?
I'm at the movies, Dina. I met a friend at the supermarket, and we both. Oh shoot, are you two still in the car?
So you get the idea, right?
D, I'm not feeling well.
Oh honey, what's the matter?
I'm so sorry.
It's okay, Noah. I wasn't done showering anyway. You go lie down in your bed and I'll make you some hot cocoa after I get cleaned up, okay? Noah has a heart condition that makes him so weak, a surgery can cure him. But with Mom unable to hold a job longer than a month, we just don't have enough funds. But I am determined to do whatever it takes to get him treated. Oh, that reminds me. I'm getting late for work. I dropped out of school last summer, and now I set up a pizza stall outside this museum. And not to boast or anything, but it's quite a hit among people. You should see the long queue. Crappy piece of poop! You ruined all my pizzas!
Hey, Peanut! Pick a fight with someone your own size!
What are you calling a peanut, you butt face? Now just pay the damages, or get ready to have your intestines shoved up your throat! The biker guy laughed menacingly and took a step in my direction. But suddenly, a well-dressed guy stepped in and pushed him away.
Leave the girl alone, get going before I call the cops.
The biker guy shot me a furious look, fed away on a stupid bike.
Thank you would be nice.
Thank you? What for? Did you really have to butt in and ruin everything now he's gone without paying me anything for all this? I spent all my savings buying this oven and now it's broken. Oh God, what will I do? My brother's sick. I thought I'd take him to the doctor with today's earnings.
Hey, I'm sorry. I can pay you. How much do you need?
Listen, mister.
Travis?
Yeah, whatever. I don't want your charity.
No, Please, I insist.
If you really want to do something for me, give me a freaking job or just buzz off. I knew no one in their right brains would hire a high school dropout, right? Wrong. Apparently, Travis did have a job for me, and a wacky one at that. He wanted me to act as his fiancé for a weekend in front of his family. And in return, he offered to pay for Noah's surgery.
My grandma is seriously ill. Doctors have given her just a few more weeks to live, and her last wish is to see me engaged.
So, you're okay with deceiving her this way? I'm sorry, but I don't want to be a part of this.
Well, at this point, I'd do anything to see her smile.
Travis sounded like he really cared for his grandma, and I could still remember Noah's pale face from that morning. So, somewhat reluctantly, I agreed to the deal. Now, before you find out if I regretted my decision or not, just go like and subscribe to the channel. Now that weekend, when Travis came to pick me up in his Lamborghini, Mom's eyes literally popped out of her head.
Dee, when are you going to tell me your boyfriend is loaded?
She rushed out and practically fell on Travis as he got out of his car.
Are these for my beautiful, charming daughter? She loves lilies and she loves diamonds too. And designer handbags, shoes, limited edition watches.
Mom, no one needs you inside.
Oh yes, of course. You two have fun and, before you leave, do you have a private jet? I mean, Dee loves beach holidays with me and Noah. So,
Mom, I've never seen a beach my entire life.
He can take you.
I practically pushed Mom inside the gate and got into Travis's car.
Your mom is interesting.
I think you mean impossible.
Ha 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 ha. Anyway, these are for you. Just a friendly gesture. I thought since we're supposed to be an engaged couple, we might at least be on cordial terms. Also, I wanted to warn you, my mom could be a little, intimidating. Don't let her get to you.
Awesome, now I'm even more nervous. Minutes later, when we reached Travis's home, my jaw literally hit the floor. The place was a freaking palace. Travis dropped me at the main entrance and went to park his car in the garage. That's when I heard a shrill voice.
Hey, you get lost. We don't need anything you're selling.
But what if I'm selling manners? Surely you could do with a little of those.
How dare you?
Mom, I see you and Dina have met already.
Dina? So this is your fiancé? You keep shocking us, Travis.
Mom, Dina's an amazing chef. She makes excellent pizzas and...
Oh, I'm sure beneath that hideous outfit, she must have a lot of personality, but I'm not really interested right now.
Wow, what a rude snob. Travis's mom was a real nightmare, but his grandma was the complete opposite. She was the sweetest woman I'd ever met, and my heart melted to see how much she adored her grandson. That evening, while we were having dinner, Travis's mom kept shooting me death flares, but thankfully his grandma kept the conversation going.
So, you and Travis met in school, Dina?
No, I dropped out of school last summer. Actually, I had to set up a pizza store to earn money. Suddenly, Travis's mom started coughing, as if she was choking or something. So I immediately got up and gave her sharp blows in the back.
What are you doing? Don't break my back.
Are you feeling better? Once I choked on a coin, and this is how my mom saved me.
Why the heck were you eating a coin?
I wasn't eating it. I was just hiding it in my mouth so I could get my brother and myself an ice candy later on. You know those cheap ice candies? Before I could even finish, Travis's mom got up and walked off mid-meal. What? Did I say something wrong?
No, nothing at all.
For some reason, Grandma and Travis burst out laughing, and I joined them too. That night, Grandma called me and Travis to her room.
Dina, Travis is just like his grandpa. Gentle but impulsive. I was worried he'd rush into a relationship and then probably regret it, but after meeting you, I can see he's made the right choice.
She then took out a box from under a pillow and gave it to me. Inside, it was an exquisite emerald bracelet.
This is my most prized possession. Travis's grandpa gave it to me on our wedding night. Want you to have it now.
Oh no, I can't take this.
Please. I've always intended to give it to Travis's fiancé.
I looked at Travis, and he gestured to me to keep the box. So I took it, and I thought I'd return it to him once we got back. The rest of the weekend went by in a blur. Travis was funny and kind, and I kind of developed a small crush on him. And by the way he looked at me, I guess he liked me too. The day Travis dropped me at home, he told me he'd scheduled Noah's surgery in the coming week at the city's biggest hospital. Little did I know I was in for the biggest shock ever. On the day of the surgery, as the nurses were taking Noah to the operation theater, I was asked to get the bill settled. I started to panic a bit. I called Travis, shot him multiple messages, but no response. Where the heck was Travis? Was he okay? And how the heck was I going to pay for the surgery without him? That's when I thought of Grandma's bracelet. I sell it. I get enough money to cover the hospital bills. No! How can you do this, Dina? You know how precious that bracelet is to Grandma, but do you really have a choice? You honored your end of the deal, and if Travis isn't here to honor his, you've got to do this. Feeling utterly helpless and desperate, I decided to go to the jeweler. His eyes lit up on seeing the bracelet, and the price he quoted for it was more than enough to cover the hospital bills. When I returned to the hospital, my heart was aching. But when I approached the billing counter, they informed me the bill had been settled already. What? Who paid for it?
I've no idea, ma'am, but the system shows your dues have been cleared.
I almost cried with joy. And then a nurse told me Noah's surgery was a success. I rushed to see him. Noah, how are you feeling, baby?
My chest hurts, but doctor says I'll be okay in a week and I can go running in the park like other kids.
Of course, darling. Now you rest while I go out and call Mom. I walked out of the room to see Travis and his mom walking towards me. Travis, I can't believe you decided to show up now when everything is over. Do you have any idea what you put me through?
Whoa, calm down. What's wrong?
What's wrong? You knew it was Noah's surgery today and you simply vanished without a trace.
Grandma got sick last night, so we had to fly her to London, but I told Mom to inform and take care of the bills and everything.
Which I did, of course.
No, you did not. I was scared to death figuring out how I'd pay the hospital all by myself.
Stop lying, girl. The bill has been paid.
So you did, but only in the last 1 hour. Just then Mom walked in on all the drama.
My daughter can be stubborn, rude, and a lot of other things, but she is not a liar.
Oh, look who's here! The gold digger's mom. I bet you tricked my son into buying you this designer handbag, just like your daughter tricked him into paying for that kid's surgery.
This bag is fake just like your hair and your lips.
You witch! If your daughter is so honest, ask her where is the bracelet that my mom-in-law gave her.
My face turned white at the bracelet's mention. How the heck did she know? It's with me.
Oh, really?
His mom took out her phone into my shock and horror. She showed us pictures of me with the jeweler holding the bracelet.
See, Travis, this shameless girl sold our priceless family heirloom for money.
I looked at Travis and he looked completely shook. Travis, trust me, it's not what it looks like. You know I can never do this, right?
I don't know. Dina proof is right here, and you still want me to trust you?
Oh, I see. I thought you knew me better than this, but I guess we don't know each other at all. I opened my bag and fished out the bracelet. Yes, I did take it to the jeweler, but I couldn't bring myself to sell it. I know I could survive a few days more without the surgery, but I knew if this bracelet was lost, Grandma probably wouldn't be able to take it. Travis looked guilty and tried to apologize, but I'd had enough. We had a deal, and both of us honored it. Now let's move on with our lives. After that day, Travis tried to reach me many times, but I shut him off. Except that I did go for his grandma's funeral. With Noah fully recovered, I just wanted to focus on getting into a good culinary school. And, by God's grace, I did manage to get into one. The next 2 years, I worked my butt off and finally opened my own restaurant. On the opening weekend, I was busy talking to a customer when I saw a familiar face. Travis! What a surprise!
Congratulations, Dinah! I'm so proud of you!
Thanks! What would you like to have?
A chance to start all over again would be nice.
Hi, I'm Aria from Atlanta, and before I tell you a story you'll never forget, please like and subscribe. I lived in a mansion with my single mom, who ran a successful makeup chain. Mom was really particular and a total neat freak, but I was her total opposite, an absolute mess.
Aria, fix your hair. You look like a troll, and wipe that mud off your face.
Since Mom started a career as a supermodel, she wanted me to follow in her footsteps. So when I turned 11, she got me into a huge fashion show. But I took one step on the runway and fell on my butt. Sorry, Mom tried her best to tame me, but I showed no sign of improvement. It was just the way I was. The only person who accepted that was my bestie, Annie. Her mom worked for us, and sometimes Annie would tag along to help her mom out. Not only was Annie super funny and a great cook, she was a low-key genius and would help me study all the time. Why am I not getting this? Am I stupid?
No, you're not. You're just looking at it the wrong way.
She was the reason I didn't fail my middle school, and everyone adored her, especially Mom. She often said that Annie was beautiful and reminded her of herself when she was younger. Mom liked Annie so much that she even invited her to join us on a trip to France. We were having so much fun till this woman walked up to us and said to Mom,
"Oh, wow. Your daughter is so beautiful. Like a fresh daisy."
"Excuse me, I'm her daughter."
Really? Well, I'm sure you have an amazing personality.
I wanted to kick that woman's French butt. It's not that I didn't like her complimenting Annie, but it made me jealous that Mom didn't even correct. And after that day, I just didn't like it when Mom paid Annie any attention. One afternoon, I came home from tennis practice and found Annie and Mom raiding my closet. What's going on?
I'm giving Annie some of your old clothes. Doesn't she look fabulous?
The way they were laughing and prancing around without me, it made my blood boil. I snatched a skirt out of Annie's hand, then started shouting at Mom. "That's my stuff. You can't just give it away."
I'm so sorry, I'll leave. You can be so selfish. Annie and her mother are dirt poor. She could use these clothes. You were never going to wear them again anyway.
I don't care. Next time, ask me before you give my things away like that. I ran to my room and shut the door. But after a while, I realized that Mom was right. I was being selfish, so I packed a few boxes full of clothes that I knew Annie would like and went to her house. I'm really sorry about the way I acted. Here, you can have them all and more. Will you forgive me?
Of course I forgive you. You're my best friend, silly.
Over the years, Annie and I grew closer, and I even convinced Mom to pay Annie's tuition so we could go to the same school. On her first day, I introduced Annie to my friends, but they just laughed in her face.
Oh my God, who did her hair? A blind woman?
Ooh, look at that skirt. It stinks. At least it's better than your stinky mouth. Now, if you don't mind, we have a class to get to.
You didn't have to do that. They're your friends.
Yeah, but you're my best friend. There's a difference, and it's called having each other's back, even though Annie had a trashy first day. Over time, her sunny personality won over all my friends. Not to mention, she was great at everything. Annie tried for the cheer squad, and they made her captain. She baked cookies for the whole class one time, and the kids couldn't stop praising her. She was voted most beautiful, most likely to succeed, and had the highest grades in school. Annie even ran for class president and won by a landslide.
I've never met a girl like Annie before. She's the best. Can you ask her to come to my slumber party?
Why? Isn't that only for close friends?
Yeah, and she's one of us now. You should be happy.
Only I wasn't. I loved Annie, but I couldn't help feeling jealous of how perfect she was. And then one day, while I was having milkshakes with her at the mall, someone spooked me half to death.
Hey, Aria Banana, it was Owen.
He was the son of one of Mom's investors and my childhood crush. Are you trying to give me a heart attack? And look at that! You ruined my shirt.
Oh, let me fix that for you.
Annie quickly grabbed a can of club soda and dabbed at the stain. Within seconds, my shirt was all clean.
Wow, that was brilliant. I'm Owen.
She's Annie, and we're late.
Hey, wait, if you guys are free this weekend, would you want to come for a science exhibition?
Science on a Saturday? How boring. I'd rather stick a needle in my eye. You're such a nerd, Owen.
I'd love to come, great.
I'll text you the address.
As Annie and Owen exchanged numbers, I just stood there in shock. Owen had never been this friendly to me, and I'd known him for years. I'd even asked him out once, but he said I was too young, and he just wanted to be friends. But that weekend, after Annie came back from the exhibition, she told me that Owen had asked her out. What? That's not possible. He never dates girls younger than him. What did you do?
Nothing. We just have a lot in common and talked about science stuff.
I was so shocked at what Annie told me that I couldn't stop myself from running over to Owen's house. You said you don't date girls my age. Annie is 3 months younger than me.
I know I said that, but honestly, I was just politely rejecting you. We have nothing in common, and with Annie, I feel complete. She's special, and I think I'm in love.
You met her yesterday, you idiot. I wanted to punch Owen in the face, but I settled for kicking dirt and walking back home. It took me a while, but I somehow made peace with Owen and Annie dating. But slowly, Annie and I started drifting apart. She had no time for me and was always busy hanging out with Owen. You want to hang out tonight?
I can't. I have a date with Owen.
What about tomorrow?
Cheerleading practice. Maybe we can squeeze something in next week.
And the next week, she made another excuse, and I was left alone again. I turned to my friends for comfort, but they didn't want to hang out either. Not without Annie. I was furious at how quickly Annie had taken over my entire life. My friends, the boy I liked, everything. I was so mad I could scream. So I did. At my driver for driving too slow, at the gardener for cutting the grass too short. I even shouted at the teacher in class. Who the heck cares about an isosceles triangle? It's just a stupid triangle. I went straight to detention after that. I took a seat at the back when this girl spoke to me.
You're Annie's bestie, right?
I have a name. It's Aria.
Oh. Whoa, snappy. I was just saying that your best friend sucks. I hate her.
This girl was the first person I'd met who hated Annie, ever since she joined the school. We got talking, and soon I started hanging out with a new crowd. They liked to ditch school, cheat on tests, and sneak out late on school nights. But the best thing about them was that none of them was in love with Annie. After a long time, I was finally having a little bit of fun. But, as always, Annie had to poop on my parade.
You missed class. We had a really big quiz.
I don't care.
Well, you should, because you'll fail your classes if you don't show up for the test.
Why are you acting like you care? You've been ignoring me for the longest time now, so ignore a little more and stay away.
I'm sorry, I haven't been around much. Maybe we can hang out tomorrow. Owen and I are going to the museum. Maybe you could join us.
Maybe you shouldn't be such a big nerd and mind your own business. Annie didn't bother me after that, and I didn't mind either. I had a new set of friends, and I was happy. Then a week later, the school announced the annual parent-teacher meeting, and it was a disaster. My grades were at an all-time low, and Mom was furious. But I wasn't the only one suffering. Everyone had low grades in my group, and some of them were even failing.
I hate those stupid teachers. They think they can rule our lives with their dumb homework and grades.
My dad grounded me for a month for failing a boring class. He took away my Mercedes. What am I supposed to do? Walk everywhere?
Yeah, teachers suck.
I wish we could teach them a lesson.
Maybe we could.
How?
We can ruin their stupid teacher's lounge. We snuck into the school late the next evening, and we trashed the teacher's lounge. We spray painted the walls, poked the microwave and the TV, and we stuffed fish into the vents. We rushed out of there and ran straight into Annie.
Aria, what are you doing?
I could ask you the same thing.
I was studying at the library. What?
Just then, we spotted Mr. Stilson, the janitor, and I rushed past Annie without saying a word. And the next morning, I was sweating bricks when my friends approached me.
What are you gonna do about Annie?
What do you mean?
The principal is investigating the matter of the teacher's lounge. And if she says anything, we're dead meat.
She won't say anything. She loves me too much.
Okay, yeah. That explains why she went behind your back and stole the guy you liked.
I didn't want to think about it, but my friend was right. We could get expelled, and someone had to take the fall. So I made a decision. And later that day, I walked up to the principal's office. But to my surprise, Annie, my new friends, and the janitor, Mr. Stilson, were all there.
Mr. Stilson just told me how he saw you and your friends in the hallway after the teacher's lounge was vandalized.
I don't know what Mr. Stilson said to you, but my friends and I were there to study. In fact, I saw Annie come out of the teacher's lounge.
What?
She was the one who vandalized the teacher's lounge. I even saw her putting some of the paint cans in her locker. You can check if you don't believe me. The principal checked Annie's locker and found 2 cans of spray paint that I'd hidden there. Annie was expelled immediately. And after that day, she just never came to my place with her mom. I didn't expect her to. What I'd done was horrible. A few days later, I finally built up enough courage to apologize.
How could you do this to me?
I'm sorry, but I had no choice. I would have been expelled. It would have gone on my permanent record. I couldn't let that happen. I am supposed to take over my mom's company one day.
But I lost everything.
Not really. You didn't have much to begin with. And honestly, you weren't even supposed to be at that school. You land on your feet. You don't need a college degree to be a maid. Annie slapped me, then slammed the door in my face. The next morning, her mother quit, and they left. I tried to reach out to Annie, but she ignored my calls. Couldn't blame her. I hated myself for the things I'd said. Things weren't the same after Annie left. My new friends ditched me soon, and all the other kids resented me for getting Annie kicked out of school. When I went off to college, I tried to make new friends. But they were either really shallow or just wanted to use me for my money. I felt so lonely, so I focused all of my attention on my job at my mom's company. But on the day of my mom's retirement party, she called me into her office.
I've decided not to name you CEO of my company.
What? But I've been working so hard. You promised that I would take over once you retired.
I did. And I appreciate your hard work too. But this business is all about making relationships, and you're not good at that.
I'm not? You have to give me a chance.
Honey, there are no second chances in business, and you're really not cut out for it.
And now she was telling me that after all the time I wasted in making Mom happy. I felt betrayed and lost. Now I know how it feels when someone you trust stabs you in the back. This is exactly what I did to Annie. And if I had to start over in life, it had to be by apologizing to her. I looked Annie up online and learned that she had married Owen and moved to California to become a celebrity chef. She owned one of the most popular restaurants in Hollywood. I paid a fortune to rent out the restaurant for an entire night and ordered Annie's most famous dish. After I was done, I made a special request to thank the chef. When Annie came out, I took one look at her and started crying.
Arya? Is that you?
Annie, I know you probably hate me, and you should, but I have to say this. Your friendship was the most valuable thing I had, and I threw it away. Please, please forgive me. I wish I could turn back time, but I can't.
Hey, listen. I'm not holding on to any grudges. Whatever happened is in the past now. I was really angry for a while, but I've moved on. And so should you.
With that, she took me home and made me meet her young daughter. And on that day, I vowed to be better. A better friend, a better person, a better version of me.
Hi, I'm Tina from Poland. Please like and subscribe. I was born into a super rich home. My dad owned the largest store in the country. And my two brothers were billionaires as well. My long brown hair and my blue eyes caught the attention of everyone whenever I went out with my dad.
Wow, your daughter is so beautiful.
People would shower me with all sorts of gifts. I loved it a lot. I mean, who wouldn't? I would always want to go out with Dad. But he wouldn't let me, and he had his reasons. I was the only girl in the family. My mom left when I was a baby. When she left, Dad said I became really sick. I was taken to the best hospital in the country. They did all they could, but I didn't get any better. I spent a year in the hospital, and eventually I got better.
I'm so glad you're fine now, sweetheart.
Since then, my dad and brothers walked on eggshells around me, and they spoiled me silly. They bought me the most expensive gifts. My dad even got me the most expensive necklace in the world. I love them, but sometimes they do too much. The only person who treated me like a normal kid was Jerry, our next-door neighbor. Jerry and I were inseparable growing up, and we had the best time together. When people made fun of my long brown hair, Jerry always defended me. We would play silly pranks on my brothers, and laugh as the pranks played out. That all changed when Jerry's parents decided to move to another country. Jerry's mom got a sweet fashion deal in Paris, and they had to move. I was devastated. I wanted to sneak Jerry into my room so that we could start living together. But my brothers found out, Jerry left, and I was all alone. It took me a while to make friends in high school, even though I was the prettiest girl in school. I had gotten so used to Jerry that I couldn't just flow with any other person. One day I was on YouTube watching Luna videos. When I stumbled upon a channel, it was Jerry's. He'd gotten so big and handsome. He was a popular chef in Paris with over 10 million subscribers. I stayed up all night watching his videos. I wanted to drop a comment, but I didn't know what to type. I was scared that he wouldn't remember me anymore. Meanwhile, I'd gotten into a nationwide beauty pageant, and I was one of the favorites to win. That was all my dad talked about.
You need to win the pageant, sweetie. Whatever it takes.
I would always feel the pressure choking me when I went to school. Diane, the only person I was able to bond with at school, noticed and tried to take the pressure off.
Let's go to your favorite restaurant. I'm sure you'll feel better after.
We went to the restaurant and she got me my favorite meal. I smiled as the waiter placed the food on the table. And just as I munched on the delicious meal, the cutest guy walked in. Every lady in the restaurant stared and was in awe as he sat by the window. He looked at me and with a gorgeous smile he winked, My face turned red and my heart raced as he winked. I quickly looked away and focused on my meal. Just as we were about to leave the restaurant, I slipped, and I was sure that I would fall. But the cute guy caught me.
You should watch where you're going. I should be the one falling, not you.
Why would you fall?
I would fall for you, of course.
I giggled in excitement as my face turned red. I looked at Diane, who was already dancing in the corner.
I'm Brian. How have I not seen such a beautiful creature like you around here before?
You didn't look closely enough. I'll see you around.
I grabbed Diane and we rushed out of the restaurant. Since then, I met Brian every time I went to the restaurant. He would come over to me and we would start talking. Turns out he was pretty funny and smart. I became so fond of him and we spent even more time together. Date one night, and when we returned, he walked me to the front door and planted a kiss on my lips. I was so excited because I had wished that Brian would be my first kiss. I began to really like him. And it turns out I wasn't the only one. My brothers and even my dad loved him.
He is the son of the wealthiest man in the country. We need the connection, honey.
He helped me with my preparation for the beauty pageant. And with time, we became a power couple in school. Apparently, Joy, the biggest bully in school, was also a contestant in the beauty pageant and was obsessing over Brian.
I wonder what he sees in you.
Things he doesn't see in you, apparently.
She did everything in her power to stop me from dating him, but she failed miserably. Her face would turn red when she saw us together after her failed attempts. It was so hilarious. I got to school one day and I got the biggest shock of my life. Jerry, my runaway neighbor, was sitting right next to my seat in class.
Jerry, what are you doing here?
I ran to meet him and he met me halfway. He lifted me up and hugged me tight. Wow, he even looked way cuter than in the videos. Brian saw us and he quickly moved to hold my hand.
Who is he?
Oh, this is Jerry. We were close friends when we were much younger, but he's a huge star now.
Huge star? How come I've never heard of him?
Don't mind Tina here, I'm just a chef.
What are you doing here, though?
Oh, I moved back here. My mom wants to spend more time here, and I miss this place as well.
I was so excited that I hugged him again. Brian pulled me back and placed his arm on my shoulder.
It's good to see you, Jerry.
I waved at Jerry as I walked out of the class with Brian. The wonderful memories I shared with him growing up rushed back to me as he smiled at me. He came to my place after school and we spoke for a long time. He told me all about Paris, how he learned to cook, and how he became a teenage sensation overnight.
My mom helped me with everything, and that's why I love her so much.
I'm really happy for you, Jerry, and I'm glad you're back.
Just as Jerry was about to leave, Brian walked in.
Oh, Jerry's here.
I was on my way already. Let me leave you two alone. Good night.
Jerry sounded so cool and mature, and he was dressed well too. Brian and I spent time together, but all I could think about was Jerry. I started spending more and more time with Jerry, and I began to realize just how funny and smart he was. Whenever his brown eyes stared at me, my heart would melt, and I could feel the butterflies in my stomach dancing. I was falling for him, and honestly, I loved it. Brian, on the other hand, had been buying me nice gifts since Jerry came back. He even got me a very expensive car, which I really loved. One time I was walking with Diane, and all of a sudden I tripped, and as I was about to fall, Jerry, out of nowhere, caught me. He held me in his arms for a while, and I just stared into his gorgeous eyes. He reached out to kiss me, but Brian walked up to us that moment.
What's going on here?
I pushed Jerry aside and ran away. I was so confused I didn't know what to do. The day of the beauty pageant grew closer and I began to panic.
Don't be a baby. We've practiced and I've helped you a lot. I'm sure you'll be fine.
He sounded so much like a jerk, but he was right. We had practiced so much and I could feel the confidence building inside of me that all crumbled when Joy the witch accused me of stealing.
She would never do that.
Yes, she did, and I have the proof. She stole my expensive necklace and hid it in her locker. I saw her when she did it.
You're such a liar. Why would I steal your cheap necklace?
Why don't we find out if I'm a liar or not? Then, open your locker.
To my biggest surprise, the necklace was placed on one of the books in my locker.
How did it get there?
My jaw dropped as the principal picked up the necklace. Everyone looked at me weird, including Brian. My dad and brothers were certain that when I was called into the principal's office that I couldn't steal. They had bought even more expensive necklaces for me. So why would I steal one?
You are hereby disqualified from the beauty pageant, and you must serve detention for a week.
I ran out of the principal's office crying. I couldn't believe it. Everyone would think I'm a thief and they wouldn't believe me anymore. Jerry walked out of the shadows and he came over to me.
Hey, I heard what happened. Are you okay?
Leave me alone. Jerry, I know you think I'm a thief as well.
I could never think of you like that. And I know very well you are not a thief.
I'm glad you believe me because no one else in the school does, including Brian.
I don't know what to do. I started crying and that was when Jerry moved closer to me and hugged me tightly.
Just ignore them. We'll figure something out. Trust me.
My first day in detention sucked. People looked at me differently, including the teachers. Jerry then came and made everything easier. We spent time together in detention and we got even closer. He stayed with me all the way through, and he also walked me home just to make sure I was safe. The beauty pageant was days away, and the entire country was buzzing because of it. Joy was the clear candidate to win, but there were talks about McKeely winning as well. She was my favorite. She was so pretty and kind. She had the cutest blue eyes I have ever seen. Jerry made sure I continued with my practice, even though I didn't want to.
You can still be called back in for the pageant, so you need to be ready.
On my way back from detention one day, I felt really sick. My knees became weak and I was dizzy. I fell to the ground and was rushed to the hospital. When my dad got to the hospital, he demanded that I'd be transferred to the same hospital I was admitted to when I was much